Okay, so we're going to be introducing you to the Customizer 10,000 Plus program. Something that you need to be aware of is when you open this up, first of all, within the machine room, you'll be asked to select the model of sewing machine you want to use. This needs to be done at the beginning so that the designs will be correctly configured to be sewn. You need to check the model number on the machine if you're not sure, or ask myself or Debs. It's important you get this right at the beginning so that you don't come into trouble when you're trying to upload onto that machine through that memory card. So always check the numbers and keep them the same to import onto your program. So that's the first thing you need to consider. Before you actually come to this opening page, you would need to go and select onto Easy Import Square. So we're looking at the Easy Import section of that. There's 3 types. At the moment we're looking at Easy Import. Okay, so when you open into Easy Import, you'll see this main screen come up. Now, to start with, you'll see the new page icon there at the top. If you go to the side and just drop down that side menu, and you've got your standard hoop, your large hoop and your small hoop. Now I will run through what all of these tools bar icons mean as we go through in more detail, but we'll just start with that particular one. So I would start with your standard hoop, okay, just for demonstration purposes, and you can see there that you've got your outline of the hoop, so that's the area you're going to be working in. Okay, so your left hand side of the screen is where you're going to be doing your editing and importing and your stitch outlines and colours, and to the right hand side of the screen here is going to be where it imports the final design, and that's what actually goes onto your sewing machine. Okay, so then moving on to your file icon, and we're going to import. Now I'm going to import from ClipArt. You'll find that when you're actually putting in your own designs, that you can be going to import, but you'll open it up into something like your pictures. Now when you're saving from your design on the Macs in the machine room or downstairs into the big Mac room, something which you really need to be aware of at this stage is when you're saving any kind of design that you want to put onto this program, that it must be saved as a BMP or bitmap file. Okay, and you can see here I've already got some basic ones that I'll be using for this already imported through ClipArt, but yourself you'll find that you've got your My Documents, your My Computer, and also your file type here. Now here you can see it's BMP, so it must be that. It might well be set for that anyway, but you need to check that file type at this stage when you're saving something into this area. So for me, I'm going to choose one of these, like the guitar there. If you look at the top here, you've got your image information, you've got your colours and your pixels and your height and your width. Okay, so it's worth looking at how big this is actually going to be translated out into stitch at this stage, because if it's too big, you need to perhaps reduce the scale through before saving it. And you need to think about the time that this is going to take to stitch out. That's important on some of the machines. Obviously for sampling stages we don't want huge, very expensive stitched out versions. So you know, be aware of that and think of the cost implication of those, just as you would do if you were making this for a commercial setting as well. You'd be weighing up the cost and the stitches used for that yarn cost. Obviously with final pieces or when you're doing repeats, etc., again you need to be looking at the scale. Okay, so we'll open that one, and that goes into your left hand box there, and we're just going to go on to look at some of the toolbars up here and how you can actually start to alter this into your outline of stitch that then gets translated into what gets imported. Okay, so that's your basic design imported there, and then we'll look at how you start editing it.